Hello there and welcome to the NASCAR Cup Series Xfinity 500 from Martinsville Speedway. Chase Elliott starts on the front row alongside Austin Cindric here in the round of 8 playoff cutoff race for the NASCAR Cup Series. Chase Elliott has already jumped out to the race lead here at Martinsville as he clears the 2 of Austin Cindric, goes into turn 3 and 4 of the race lead. Austin Dillon is in 3rd, Ryan Blaney back there in 4th, and Joey Logano takes 5th from Kevin Harvick. So Elliott, your leader here early in Martinsville, of course, trying to secure a spot in the Championship 4 with his 4th win of the season. He has not won in quite some time here in the Cup Series, but has been solid enough to make it this far to the round of 8. But comes in this race above the cut line, so Elliott looking good for the moment. You see behind him there, Cindric gaining, Blaney, Austin Dillon lurking. Now we move on to lap 38. Ryan Blaney's being held up by Chase Elliott's being held up by lap car Cody Ware right there, allowing Austin Cindric to try to make a move for the race lead. But Chase Elliott's going to get back by Cody Ware here into 3 and 4, get clear of the lap car and keep the race lead here and try to drive away to get a stage 1 win if he can. As now we're on lap 43 and JJ Elliott's turn. McDowell's crashing into Brad Keselowski. Caution out. No caution has come out for this, shockingly. A minor incident between Brad Keselowski and JJ Elliott, since Elliott's spinning to the inside wall, not bringing out the caution. But a slight incident there. As now we move on to lap 51. Austin Cindric has now gotten the lead in front of Chase. Austin Dillon is 2nd. Chase Elliott is now pinned back in 4th place. But Austin Cindric will lead his first lap of the night here in Martinsville. On lap 59, Yaley gets hooked again. He's spinning to Joey Logano, and they're crashing down the back straightaway. Yaley and Logano spin, and that brings out the caution here at Martinsville. As we go on to lap 66 on the restart. It is Austin Dillon leading the race. Denny Hamlin is in 2nd place. Ryan Blaney is in 3rd. Bubba Wallace is 4th, and William Byron's 5th. Now we on to lap 68. JJ Elliott being the slowest lap car in history yet again here at Martinsville. For the 3rd time, he gets hooked out of turn 2, this time by Suarez. Contact with McDowell and a big hit by Gillen, and then slams up the track. Big hit into Ty Dillon and slams Truex. And then McLeod gets there. That'll be it for the 19 and the 42 and the 15. Huge hits. Ty Dillon spins, completely knocks out Truex's engine. Yaley has engine damage. She won't be able to continue to see. Suarez, championship winner, hooks Yaley into Michael McDowell, trying to get by him, and he spins. And then right here, it would have been fine, but Gillen drilled Yaley. I think that it's going to damage Gillen severely for the race. And then nowhere for Ty Dillon to go. T-bones Yaley, airborne, and slams the 19 and Truex, who also had nowhere to go. And that's it for Truex. His engine is completely toast after that. And so Ty Dillon, JJ Elliott, Martin Truex, 3 cars taken out of the race from this huge crash down the back straightaway here at Martinsville, close to the front of the field as well. The 15 just gets turned by Suarez and hit by Gillen, and then nowhere for the rest of the field to go, trying to avoid him, and big hits all around. Of course, Truex, former playoff driver, knocked out of the race. As we move back throughout the field, see everyone limping around. Getting back to the line, it will be your leader is going to be Austin Dillon at the line. As now we move on to lap 80, 38, Todd Gillen being slow lap cars always, but the Spire boys of LaJoie and Blicky make contact back there, and they're crashing. There goes LaJoie, spinning up into Justin Haley, into the wall hard, collects Custer. The 40 to Bowman gets some damage. Championship contender gets collected, but should be okay. It looked only like a minor contact. You see right here, Bilicki turns his own team in LaJoie, and nowhere for Justin Haley to go. He gets slammed into the wall. Custer trying to avoid it, nowhere to go. Gets some damage to 48 as well, as they all just came up the track in front of him right there. So it's an incident of not enough room for the Spire boys to be that close. Literally, Bilicki inside of LaJoie's car right there, and he just sends him. And they both go crashing. The 1, Justin Haley gets drilled with that beautiful breast cancer awareness paint scheme. Of course, Bowman and Custer nowhere to go. They collect damage as well. Everyone else is able to continue as we go back through the field. Everyone gets it back sorted out for the moment as we move towards the front of the field. Your race leader right now, I believe, is still Austin Dillon in 3. Indeed, it is. Now we move on to lap 86 on the restart. Austin Cindric is in lead with his teammate of Ryan Blaney 2nd, Ty Gibbs in 3rd, Suarez 4th, and Keselowski 5th here. Stage 1 ends on lap 125, Stage 2 ends on lap 250, and of course the race ends on lap 500 for your information. Here in Martinsville, ahead of the 14 of Chase Briscoe, who is a lap car and is 1 lap down. Move on to lap 92. Todd Gillen racing Eric Almirola. BJ McLeod got Chase Elliott. Justin Haley right behind him. 3 wide is risky here at Martinsville, and that's not going to work for Gillen. He gets hit by Haley up the track. They go, and he's into Elliott, and that sends BJ McLeod up into the wall with Chase Elliott back there. They managed to hold on to it with only minimal damage to the 78. But of course that cost Chase Elliott some track position, but he was already struggling running back here. Playoff drivers really seeming to struggle this race, while some thrive at the front of the field. Now we on to lap 113. Ryan Blaney leading this race. You see Bubba Wallace is back there in second. Chase Briscoe is still a lap car. And then you got Daniel Suarez in third place here as we come to 12 to go in stage number 1. And as we look at the 38, Todd Gilliland from that damage from that crash with J.J. Yaley earlier, of course, severely damaged, slowing down the whole line, caused Chris Buescher to go up into his teammate Brad Keselowski, turn Gilliland into Keselowski, and there they go. Gilliland's wrecking, Keselowski involved as well. Hamlin, Allmendinger slams in the dark, and now big hit for Michael McDowell. Kyle Busch gets collected in the back there with the 31. As you see here, just Chris Buescher just hooks Todd Gilliland, who I believe Gilliland tries to clear Buescher, and it just doesn't work. Or no, Buescher tries to go 3 wide the last second and can't clear his teammate Keselowski. Ends up getting himself turned, and then nowhere for Gilliland to go. He gets clipped and then slams into Keselowski. They go into the wall. They both go spinning up the racetrack. Chris Buescher escapes. You see Christopher Bell hits the curb down there. Denny Hamlin narrowly escapes, and then the 16 nowhere to go. Big damage right there for Allmendinger. He goes spinning and slammed by McDowell. Nowhere to go. Haley, Kyle Busch only a minimal damage. They should all be able to continue. Cindric sneaks by on the very outside of these cars right there. So you see, there's just no room in that situation. They all got together and around when Gilliland and Keselowski collecting Allmendinger and McDowell. Big damage to all of them as now they try to find their way here down into the last corner. They remain kind of, now Keselowski hooks Allmendinger. They're crashing again, going to the line. Keselowski wrecks himself. Allmendinger, big hit from Justin Haley into Todd Gilliland. A huge wreck down the front stretch of Martinsville after that's another wreck, and there's a second wreck in that same lap. As I move on to lap 121, it is Daniel Suarez leading the race, trying to get his first stage win this season, and trying to, of course, advance the championship. Suarez comes into this race, I believe, like minus 18 or minus 12 points to the cut line. Can definitely point his way in, and looking to do so right now by winning the opening stage of this race. Is behind him, the 5 of Kyle Larson is actually 1 lap down, your Homestead winner. So Larson's already locked in, but a lap down, trying to find his way back on lead lap. Unsuccessful so far. As Suarez comes to 3 to go in stage 1 here. Of course, looking for that stage winner should be huge. 10 crucial stage points for him. The only other playoff driver in the top 10 would be William Byron back in 8th, and so it would look very... Oh no, Alex Bowman's also up there in 4th, but still Suarez get a big points gain at everybody and be in position to try to sneak that final spot in the championship 4 and advance to Phoenix. And his first playoff appearance to make the final 4, that would be quite the accomplishment for Suarez. He seems to be holding off Ryan Blaney very well here at Martinsville. Now 2 to go in stage 1, and oh, there goes William Byron. He gets turned by Tyler Reddick. Playoff implications, the 24. Byron gets junked by Tyler Reddick down the front straightaway. Reddick turns him hard into the inside wall. Big damage to the 24 and the 8. And big championship implications. William Byron coming to this race was right on that cut line. Now in jeopardy of being eliminated from playoff contention because of this Tyler Reddick just dumping him down the front stretch. The big hit. Reddick spins as well, but not nearly as much damage as the 24 sustained right there, and lost a bunch of stage points. That's really what's going to hurt him, is losing all those stage points. As Daniel Suarez now will come through 3 and 4 to take the yellow flag about 1 lap early to win stage 1 in Martinsville. Blaney is 2nd, Austin Dillon 3rd, Wallace 4th, Gibbs 5th, Chastain 6th, Bell 7th, Denny Hamlin 8th, Harrison Burton 9th, and Cole Custer rounds out your top 10, earning stage points here at Martinsville. Suarez, your stage 1 winner. As we move on to stage 2 on lap 129 is Ross Chastain leading this race over Ryan Blaney and Ty Gibbs. William Byron now 1 lap down at least, now struggling to find speed from that damage. Big implications there, costing Byron some points that he desperately needs. As we fast forward a little bit here with the 77 Josh Bilicki with Harvick and Cody Ware 3 wide. That's not going to work, and now Bilicki is going to get turned up into Ware. They hold on to it, and oh, there goes Cody Ware. He gets spun by Denny Hamlin into the outside wall. Cole Custer collected as well, as Chase Elliott has to come to a complete stop and loses a ton of track position back there in the field. As you see right here, we're going to go in slow-mo or real speed here. Bilicki right in front of Ware. They save it there, and then Bilicki sends Ware up the track into Denny Hamlin. Nowhere for him to go. Just sends Cody Ware spinning in the outside wall. Custer rises the wall as well. Collects some more damage than he already had from the wreck earlier in the race. And you see Chase Elliott losing positions back here, trying to slow down to avoid hitting Cody Ware, which of course is the smart thing to do. Stenhouse almost gave Reddick a bump right there. It's back up to the front. It is Ross Chastain, of course, still leading this race. Trying to get his second win of the season. Now we move on to lap 139 here. Balicki once again being slow. Oh, there's crashing in the back. Austin Cindric and Corey LaJoie are crashing. Kyle Busch, championship contender, gets a big hit at the end of that wreck into the side of Corey LaJoie. And this could have some major playoff implications. As you see right there, LaJoie just hooks Cindric in a big hit for Cindric, who's led some laps today. And LaJoie up the track, nowhere for Kyle Busch to go, right into LaJoie. That is definitely going to damage Kyle Busch and ruin whatever shred of speed he had left here, being at the back of the field and damaged pretty badly. See, the Cindric, I think Cindric kind of came across the nose there of LaJoie, then sent LaJoie spinning up the track, and Keselowski got extremely lucky, and of course Kyle Busch got the bad luck, nowhere to go. Seems like Kyle Busch might be silently eliminated and not be able to race for a championship in his final race with M&M's next week in Phoenix. As we now move towards the towards the front of the field here, of course, Ryan Blaney's your leader, and Austin Dillon's your leader. He just keeps Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson let down. On this restart on lap 144, it is AJ Allmendinger, or 145 now. AJ Allmendinger leading the race with Chastain second, Dillon third, Blaney fourth, and Suarez in fifth. You can see how slow Gilliland is being here, holding up Larson, Harvick, a bunch of championship contenders on the inside lane. And it's really starting to stack up throughout the pack now. 2-3 wide now. Hamlin and LaJoie. Contact. They're going to hold on to it. What a save. Denny Hamlin just really roughs up Corey LaJoie, though. He completely boots him out of the way. Gets it. Oh, and there goes Harrison Burton. He's crashing. Chase Elliott involved. Big hit. Ricky Stenhouse. And damage to Cindric right there. LaJoie also collected as, out of turn 2 here. Once again, another hook job coming out of turn 2, causing a pile up. Chase Elliott spins Harrison Burton, being too desperate to get points, and he slams himself into Stenhouse and in the outside wall, and then Cindric gets hit. Then it's pretty good until Logano spins Custer into Cindric, and more damage to the 21 of Burton and Custer as Cindric as well. Logano escapes scot-free. Very lucky right there. Now get the slow-mo replay. See Burton hop the curb. Chase just full sent him. Didn't lift, and then that sent Elliott up the track to a big hit into Ricky Stenhouse Jr., slamming the outside wall hard. And then right here, the 21 of Burton's going to get turned by his teammates, Alliance teammate Cindric, but he saves it. But then it's really Joey Logano, who was too aggressive in the corner and hooks Cole Custer into Cindric and Harrison Burton, crashing all 3 of them into the outside wall. But Cindric actually got the best out of that. I don't think he sustained any damage. As now it is, of course, AJ Allmendinger, your race leader, as we move on now to lap 157. Todd Gilliland still holding up cars. LaJoie, Suarez 3 wide back there with Busher. Big contact. They save it. LaJoie 3 wide again. And this time it's going to send Almirola to turn. Todd Gilliland into Josh Blicky. Big hit. Custer there crashing again. LaJoie, Chase Elliott is involved. Another championship contender involved in a crash tonight. And LaJoie looked like he was up in the air right there from Eric Almirola. Big hits down the back straightaways. We see here they went pretty much almost 4 wide. Almirola just hooked Dillon into Balicki and spun himself down to Custer. LaJoie got up and sent Elliott around. Then LaJoie got clipped by Balicki and Joey Logano. And then Eric Almirola absolutely drills him, sending him up in the air. Corey LaJoie airborne from another big pileup here down the back straightaway at Martinsville off of a hook in turn 2. Gilliland gets hooked for being slow by Almirola, and that just sends a whole inside lane into chaos. Them all crashing in the wall. See, there's Balicki, there's Custer, Elliott gets sent right there. There's LaJoie into Balicki, Logano making big contact. As basically, the winner of this race is going to be whoever survives the best and avoids the wrecks and basically just gets there at the end. Survival of the fittest is the definition of this race for sure. Now, full speed replay. There goes Gilliland, and there goes the field, and you see all the big hits all around from everyone. LaJoie hit Balicki pretty significantly right there, and Eric Almirola just sends him up in the air by gassing it up right into the door of Corey LaJoie. I mean, what was Almirola thinking? My goodness. As it is Blaney leading as we move on to lap 172 here at Martinsville. It is Ryan Blaney, who just update here on the lead of the race. Ryan Blaney is leading with a couple of lap cars in front of him, Briscoe and Gibbs, and Harvick is in second place, of course, trying to advance to the championship for here. Then Chastain is in third, Austin Dillon fourth, and Bell fifth. It's Ryan Blaney, your leader in Martinsville. As now we move on to lap 201 here, Austin Cindric really holding up Ryan Blaney here on the bottom, but there for the lead. Cindric stayed out to get the lead, but he's severely damaged. clearly off the pace. That's going to give Ryan Blaney an opportunity to go the lead. He'll take that opportunity. Blaney, no, they're crushing the back. There goes Kevin Harvick. Championship implications. The 4 of Kevin Harvick, who is running in 7th place, trying to make up points and advance to the championship 4, gets hooked by Chris Buescher, and he spins up into the outside wall. Damage, but they stay green. Only a minor incident. Everyone continues on their own, going all over the place to avoid this incident. Almirola almost sent Allmendinger as Briscoe just loses time on the apron. So Harvick loses a bunch of spots and is damaged now, as Harrison Burton continuing to roll through the pit lane as Blaney leads. Christopher Bell drives into 2nd place now. Now on to lap 2. Oh, we got a crash in the back. It seems the Chase Elliott's been on top of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Championship implications. The 9 coming to this race only barely above the cut line. Now in serious danger of being eliminated after Jones just sends it right and wipes him out. Suarez gets damaged and Stenhouse spins Cindric and launches Elliott on his side. It's on top of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in one of the wildest crashes I can remember in recent memories. You see here in slow-mo, Elliott here is just going to get absolutely punted by Eric Jones, who arca braked the corner. And Elliott gets set into Daniel Suarez, nowhere to go. And Stenhouse spinning Cindric, trying to avoid the incident, launches Elliott up and over. But Elliott lands back, semi in the air, semi on Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s car. It's out the front of the field. It is Christopher Bell as we run now lap 2:15, come lap 2:16. They're through. And no, Ty Gibbs gets dumped by Suarez, and big damage to the 99 is Suarez. Another championship contender involved in an incident tonight. Pretty much every championship contender has been involved in an incident, I think, except for Kyle Larson. Larson is like a lap down, but he's avoided the wreck. So props to Larson for keeping that car clean. But Suarez just right hooks Ty Gibbs in the inside wall, and the momentum sends Ty Gibbs sending Suarez spinning, who nearly got drilled by Ricky Stenhouse. That could have been the end of Suarez's night and his championship hopes. Very lucky that he did not get drilled by the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. right there. That could have been night ending. And a big hit right there is Suarez and Ty Gibbs crash on lap 216 of 500 in Martinsville. And so Christopher Bell will lead the field back to the line. As now we begin on lap 249. 2 to go in stage 2. RFK Racing has somehow found themselves 1-2 after being involved in multiple incidents tonight. Brad Keselowski leading, looking for a stage win. Christopher Buescher 2nd. Alex Bowman is 3rd. Cole Custer 4th. Almirola is 5th. Briscoe 6th. Chastain 7th. Jones 8th. Bell 9th. And Austin Dillon 10th. As now we hit the last lap of stage 2 for the 6th of Brad Keselowski's RFK teammate Chris Buescher, trying to get a 1-2 in the stage for RFK. As in real life, they did very well at the short track in Bristol, of course, getting Chris Buescher his first win in 6 years. And Brad Keselowski leading a bunch of laps and winning a stage. So now Brad Keselowski wins stage 2 at Martinsville. And oh, they're crashing in the back. Chase Elliott gets hooked by Bubba Wallace in a big crash, and Jones sustains damage as well as Christopher Bell. 2 championship contenders sustaining big damage here in Martinsville. The 9 of Chase Elliott and the 43 of Eric Jones. Behind me is Bubba Wallace is going to hook Chase Elliott off of the corner as Elliott checked up to avoid spinning the 14. And then Bubba turns Chase Elliott hard in the inside wall, doesn't lift, and takes out Chase Elliott and could possibly end his championship hopes for the season right there. And then damage to the 43 as well, who's trying to survive and get points here. I mean, they still all got stage points crashing across the line like that. But a big pileup costing Chase Elliott crucial points as he gets wrecked by Bubba Wallace. It's the second time Bubba Wallace has wrecked a Hendrick driver here in playoffs, as Brad Keselowski is your stage winner. Now we on the final stage, lap 256. We have cars going all over the place. No one knows how to keep it going in the right direction. Step crash, like they're door banging, all kinds of stuff going crazy. Somehow they did not wreck right there. Back there, I mean, they're a serious. And now Almirola, LaJoy, so many cars involved. You see Larson, LaJoy, Almirola, Keselowski, and Hamlin, Bell involved. Big hit, Logano, Wallace, William Byron, Kyle Busch, Suarez. Almost the entire field gets taken up in the huge one down the front stretch here at Martinsville. It was all triggered by Kyle Larson hooking Corey LaJoy as Almirola turns Chase Briscoe, and at that point it's a roadblock. No one can get through, and everyone says a big hit for the 20. He gets absolutely drilled by Blaine. Dillon gets drilled. William Byron slams into that hard. And Chris Buescher, Alex Bowman, and Cole Custer are going to escape this unscathed. as the only 3 to do so here at the front of the pack. Everyone else got to Chase Briscoe also escaped, but everyone else got completely destroyed back here. Big damage to everyone. The track was completely blocked, and everyone was ARCA breaking it and slamming. A big hit there from LaJoy and Logano and Wallace. I mean, a bunch of cars going to be knocked out of the race from this massive pileup down the front straightaway at Martinsville. In the early portions of the final stage of racing, boom, LaJoy, Larson, they were crashing and could not stop and were just hitting each other over and over again. So big hits all around here in Martinsville, as it'll be Christopher Buescher, your leader on the restart. And now we move all the way on to lap 356. A while out there, we've had a few cautions, but nothing really consequential to this race. So Chris Buescher leads, Tyler Reddick is second, Cole Custer is third, Chase Briscoe is fourth, and championship contender Alex Bowman is fifth, trying to secure his first ever Championship 4 appearance. As Austin Dillon, the lap car, now heating up Christopher Buescher, as Christopher Buescher leads the lap. Move on now to lap 443. Cole Custer is leading this race as he has gone around Christopher Buescher. Then we move just like that on to lap 478. Alex Bowman is now taking lead from Cole Custer as we shift once again now to coming to 2 to go. Alex Bowman and Cole Custer battling for leads. Bowman has been slowed down tremendously by lap track. Bowman trying to win his second cutoff race in a row to get a clutch win to lock himself into the Championship 4 in Phoenix to fight for a title in his hometown. 2 to go at Martinsville. Alex Bowman in the lead, looking for a spot in the championship. Cole Custer is second. Brad Keselowski is third. Almirola fourth. Suarez fifth. There's only 8 cars on the lead lap right now, but if Stenhouse gets slapped right there in front of him, we're going to have 7. Now, white flag, final lap presented by Credit One Bank for the 48 of Bowman. Trying to get his second win at Martinsville to go back-to-back in the Martinsville playoff race in 2021 and 2022 here in NR2003. And, of course, trying to get his third win of the year and his second in a cutoff race as he won the Charlotte Roval. Now he's about to win Martinsville yet again through the final corner. Alex Bowman is going to win at Martinsville and lock himself into the Championship 4. He led 31 laps, and what a clutch performance by Bowman. Custer second, Keselowski third, Almirola fourth, Suarez with the top 5, and that might get him in. Chastain 6th, Briscoe 7th, Stenhouse 8th, Tyler Reddick 9th, and Eric Jones rounds out your top 10 tonight at Martinsville. 3 Championship 4 or round of 8 drivers finishing in the top 10 as Alex Bowman, your winner in clutch fashion, locking himself in the final 4 with his 3rd win of the season. And you see Larson Bowman made it by wins into the Championship 4, and then Daniel Suarez comes back from 33 points below the cut line to getting in by 5 points to his first ever Championship 4. What a comeback. Props to Suarez. Then William Byron sneaks in by 4 points over Eric Jones and Chase Elliott, who were tied, who are both out, and Kyle Busch misses by 15 points, and Kevin Harvick by 27. So your regular season champion and your driver with the most wins this season have both been eliminated in the round of 8, leaving Byron with his 1 win, Suarez with his 1 win, Bowman with his 3 wins, and Larson with his 4 wins. As now, of course, you see the grid heading into the championship in Phoenix. Larson, Bowman, Suarez, Byron, all even. The best finishing driver in Phoenix will be your 2022 NR2003 NASCAR Cup Series champion. Then you see the rest of the playoff drivers have been eliminated. Almirola 5th, Briscoe 6th, Dillon 7th, Logano, Kyle Busch, Chastain, Jones, Harvick, Elliott, Keselowski, Truex, and Hamlin. Until next time, I hope you all have a good one.